Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
The internals don't really make all that much of a difference, and I think I understand that the particle core is a little better with the sound deadening. Am I correct on that?
Well, I don't know what an STC rating would be for particle board, although I know that it's not anemic, so to speak. Particle board is very common for use in lots of things. One of those things, of course, are countertops and the core of doors. The density is different between those two applications. You'll have like 45-pound density in countertop, where wood door work is generally 30 or 33. I forget what number it is. But yeah, they're definitely decent in terms of sound deadening, but it's not an acoustically rated sort of core.
Oh, sure. And then the quality of the veneer on the outside. So I understand there's paint grade and stain grade door. Would this be considered a stain grade door, or is there a big difference between those two, from what you know? Yeah.
So and we talked about that a little bit earlier. You can take anything and paint it or stain it. You can take anything. So we wouldn't classify quality in terms of what process you're going to do to it. You could take this door and you can paint it if you wanted. This veneer would be considered A grade by AWI specifications. That is a very specific set of outline that you would take into account when specifying veneer. It can only have so many defects per square foot. And A grade is industry standard, and only AA grade is above it, and that is very, very rare to specify. And it may not even be available because, God may not be growing trees that meet that criteria, during these few decades. So the short answer to your question, though, is this would be absolutely considered stain grade. You wouldn't pay the upcharge for plain sliced select birch and then paint it.
Right. That makes sense.
Even though you could. Now, as we said earlier, rotary natural birch, as the opposite end of what is available in terms of birch, could you stain that? You could. But it's really more of a question of what do you want to net at the end of the finishing? What do you want it to look like? And then you select your processes and your base materials in accordance with that.
Sure. Yeah, because it's going to be sitting out in our lobby, and it's going to be very exposed. So I wanted to make sure that it's a good looking door. That's where I'm headed with that.
Yeah, so this is absolutely going to give you the maximum possibilities of meeting the criteria good-looking door that commercially are available. It's going to be because it will be select, it will be only the outer part of the lumber, which is of the log, which is very clear, very without any sort of major contrast between light and dark. And because of the way they're going to chop or slice that log, you'll have, for what birch can accommodate or provide, a relatively straight grain structure without wide patterns.
Okay. And then the choices that I've got the staining and the sealing. So when the door comes, when it arrives to me, I wouldn't have to do anything else to it. Is that correct? It's ready to hang?
That is correct. It's been UV finished, and UV is a process that's probably 25 years old in the wood door industry that gives you a durability and a hardness with all the capability of doing any color that's necessary. Was a paradigm shift when it came to finishing in the wood door industry. Incredibly durable finish.
Okay, fantastic. Let's see the question. Oh, I was looking at the quote, and it says, we'll need to match customer sample.
Yes. So when I relayed the information to the manufacturer, they needed to price the project based on leaving their standard half dozen finishes or so. So you'll need to go to Minwax or whomever and say, that's the color I want. they're going to produce samples. Those samples are going to be sent to you. You're going to approve or not. In almost all instances, you're going to approve that finish and send it back, and the factory will keep that on record. And then that's what they're going to make the door from.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Okay, very good. Actually, yeah, and I have already kind of looked at a whole bunch of samples, but okay, great. So is that process going to happen after I pay for the door and everything?
Oh yeah.
When
yeah,
does that?
They won't process samples for finish until they get an order.
Okay, so once the order gets in, then are you going to email that info to me, or does that come from them?
Yeah, you would get that from me. I mean, all communication would come through me. It wouldn't happen immediately, but it would happen within a few days after the order's placed.
Okay. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, because I want the wife to be happy on this one.
So and that's great. So you'll have to charge her with the responsibility of, I need a finish from you, dear.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We'll get that from you folks, and then we'll send it to the factory and say, that's what you got to match.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Good. Okay. Last question was the shipping. So of course.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.